princess love story.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very... While I appreciate the mental exercise we are, nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up, and before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, it's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched, unless, of course... Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses... Oh, if only that were the case. But I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. Like I said, I don't make the... Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider? I mean, maybe some people do? Nihilists, or... Are you serious? Yes, but you'll have to slay her. It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could eat then each and every one of us. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not... Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all...
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? How about you drop the knife, and the two of us...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone... You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you...
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, so you should just drop it. Best...
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now... I'm positive, I know. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she...
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife? Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever. You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't... You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quick. With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little... Do you really think that this...
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark. You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay... I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best...
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you, but it turns out she did. Because when we charged...
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason... Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me. You died last time, which probably only had... We did exactly what... Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare. But congratulations, you've been given... And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That's... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Had you failed to slay the princess? What?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and...
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn... She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So that's the spirit. Just be quick about it. Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her.
Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at...
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. She just can, but she's still only a princess. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's... Oh, of course you're special.
If anyone's special here, it's her.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcome...
You didn't tell us about her knife last...
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that... Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath.
And away we...
Seriously? You're just going to turn around... won't be a new dawn if the world ends. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also... You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, but fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we?
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
Jesus.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that, you're here to slay. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice softly
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. Do you think you can get... Okay. Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's...
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see the...
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being...
You have all the explanation you need. You should...
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen. But... Okay, but actually, what has she... The princess hesitates. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have... She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me. Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you?
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my... Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would... We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of... That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't... So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it... But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you, you won't...
You're making a huge mistake.
No. I think you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess. They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally...
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and pleas are... I'll repeat myself once again. You're here. You try the door, but it's... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down.
There's a slight panic rising in the print.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here. Or we could use it to free. You won't like what happens if... Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the...
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood from her... How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do...
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance...
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I'm sorry. I'll try.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Oh no!
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and
I'm sorry.
she doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you. It can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of everything goes dark. And you die. You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it... A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to... Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intention. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him. What can I say? A world without... We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and save... She will... We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. I think we've already been over this. I do. But I also speak... Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not ever... Don't pay their bickering any mind. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal. The blade is your implement. You take the blade from the table. It will... I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equal... Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hope there's no use arguing over motivations, right? That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the bed. There's definitely a... There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there, in which case she'd be lying to you. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along, but it's still a stone basement. A soft voice.
Hello?
Her voice. It's somehow... I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. My love! We're here to... You know she can't hear you. She may not be able to hear my... Oh, your spirit's plenty loud.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Did you hear that? And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way, waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the... That's right, villain. And, well, only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not... Blade in hand. Wait, no. But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror. Your blade pierces her heart, and she...
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry.
I'm going to die now.
And just like that, she's dead.
and the world is saved.
I feel
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived.
You'll get over it. You
Get over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing...
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute. Take
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade.
Exactly. You're not the...
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deep.
Don't. What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it...
That's right. You're all...
Everything goes dark. And you're on a path in the...
You horrid monster.